Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video to the channel, and welcome to a video which is going to have quite a lot of depth to it. Now, we're going to be doing a money making method today, which we've kind of picked out on the past couple of market watches, and there's just so much to it. So, in terms of this episode, I don't think it's worthwhile splitting up into multiple videos, so it might be a slightly longer one, but I'm going to try and cram in all the different money makers you can have in relation to creating super Sar Bruise and growing your own god grapes. Now, if you have been enjoying the videos lately, please make sure to hit that subscription button, like the video as well if you're enjoying the content. It really does help me out to be seen by more people. So thank you guys so much for doing that whenever you can. So we're going to try and do this in, like I said, different layers. And what I think we're going to start with first is Sar Bruise. So to make a super Sar Brew, you need a wine of Sara along with a standard Sar Brew. Now, because of the sort of idea that the crushness drops are going to be nerfed a bit, they have got a little bit expensive, which then means brews have got expensive. So again, I'll try and work as quickly as I can through all these different layers, but I want to give you guys enough detail to show you, look, this is where you can make profits. Now, in terms of Sar Bruise, what I would recommend, the only part I would recommend you doing is if you wanted to, you can farm toad flax. Toad flax is a very good profit potion, a very good profit herb as well, and something I wouldn't suggest you making into unfinished potions yourself, but 100% use your machines to make your own finished potions. So currently the mid price is 6.2k, and from that sale price there, we've just bought for 7.9. So exceptionally over the mid price at the minute. And if we just go and check price for toad flax unfinished, this is going to come in as price of 6.2k. So really your toad flax herb and then sort of 100 GP on top is going to equal 6.2k if you use your machine. So in terms of the crushness, normally I wouldn't never look at the price of crushness because it's so cheap. But because now it's had a little bit of bump up of the hype of this being removed from the glacier, as you can see, it's over 400 GP, which is exceptionally high for a crushness. We've not been this sort of part of the world for a long time. 487. So for 500 GP on top of that, you're still making 1.2k per Sar Brew, which again is very, very good profit. So that's one element of the potion just there, and then the other element I'm going to take a little bit of talking through, because this element you're going to need level 95 farming, and as always with farming, there's a couple of items which really help. So the next one we're going to cover is god grapes. Now, to make god grapes, there's a few things which you need to know. For god grapes, you need to take, I think it's 5 planks per patch to create the frames to then put the grape vines on top of. So just your standard plank, and again, a really good item for this, but it's completely unnecessary, is the plank box. You can carry all of your planks for one grapevine run in one go. And again, the other item which is really good is the Dwarven Harvester. What this will basically do is give you double yield. No XP for it, but it will give you double yield. And in this case, we want the GP more than the actual XP. So the Dwarven Harvester, I would say, is like a necessity as well. So I need to grab the Master Farmer outfit. So Master Farmer outfit is nice, and it's the same with the 120k, but it just means you've got a chance to proc quicker. And then what I'll do as well is I'll take the plank box, and then we'll take these grapevine seeds. Now, the real good thing with the grapevine seeds is that they are cheap compared to what you're going to get in terms of the yield. Grapevine seeds are very, very cheap. Just to give you a rough idea in terms of the price, they aren't buying for that currently because of course they don't. So we'll try and instant buy one, but even at this price, you can pay them off so quickly. Not at 20k, which is exceptionally high, but the prices of the grapes you're going to receive, even at 40k, you'd still make profit. So they're going to come in 20,000 coins for a grapevine currently, and we'll sell one for instant price. Just see where you can get them from. Again, in terms of this method, I would definitely slow buy, because you can see you've just saved yourself literally half. You saved yourself nearly 10k per grapevine seed on now, which will definitely rack up over time with this as well. So grapevine spots, there is 3. So there's one near the Champions Guild in Varrock, there is one just above Sears Village, and then there's one in Yano. So the one we'll go to, we might do a couple on the run as well, is going to go to this spot in the Champions Guild. So we'll go to the Varrock Lodestone, and then we will just go to the southwest, and then we'll run sort of round, and you'll see the farming patch from here, and you can see the grapevines over here, which have grown. So with these grapevine seeds, I'm just going to confirm when we replant, but I believe it's 4. But the way grapevine works is you have 3 grapevines. We have the Zami grapes, which aren't really worth a lot. Wines of Zami really aren't worth a lot, probably like sub 1,000 coins. And as of recently, or as recently as when Necromancer was released, the Guffix grapes are now worth roughly about 35k. And again, if you have your farming aura, make sure to use your farming aura as well. So we're going to go and click to harvest the grapes. And then along with the Zami and Guffix grapes, you have the Sara grape. Now, due to prices of the Super Sar Bruise at the minute, these Sara grapes and wines of Sara are currently 70,000 coins each, which is where you're going to make all the profit from Grape Vines. Now, because of things like the Aura and because I've got a Dwarven Harvester, you can just see here, I've just got 7 grapes of Sara as well as another big loot as well. And it's just going to show you guys how much profit you can have. So I'm just going to remove some planks. If I go to the planks, again, this is kind of done from the construction mahogany home thing. It's very good to do, to be fair, and I did it when you could use proteins, so it was really easy. So that's just cost us 4 grapevine seeds. For 4 grapevine seeds, we have got a loot of 8 Zamorak seeds. We have 11 Guffix seeds, which I'm going to value about 30k, so 330k from that. And then we've also got 12 Sara grapes, which are currently 70k each, so that's going to be about 840k. So from that one patch, we have spent 80,000 coins in grapevine seeds and probably 5k in planks. 85k has then turned into 1 million GP, which is just like crazy, and it shows you guys really like how good these grapevines can be. So 4 seeds per patch, 5 planks per patch as well, and that is what you can transform into them as well. Now, just show you guys that this is the actual price of the grapes, and I'm not sort of telling you guys lies, because I don't want you guys to think like when I'm throwing prices around, I've not checked them, but we can do a quick sort of check through on the wine price. So we've got wine of Guffix at the minute, yeah, about 35k, and if we just go in and sell this, and I still believe, like I tell people all the time, I know it's 95 farms to get there, people don't farm the grapevines enough. They are just pure profit. They're such good money, and really easy money as well. You tie it off the back of your herb run. So if you wanted to farm your own sort of toadflax or whatever sort of herb is making the most money, if you do your grapevine run off the back, because you'll still have access to green finger auras, you'll just make even more profit. And that's what this is all about. So finally, the last one we're going to buy is the Zamorak, just to show you guys that the Zami wine really isn't worth it and really isn't one to like sort of be bothered about. But with the Dwarven Harvester as well, you're just going to get extra on the decent grapes, and that's what's really going to pay everything off. Now, you can use the play around farm beans, I believe, to like instant grow the hops, and I personally believe at the minute with the prices these currently are, that will be better profit than doing herbs. So finally, one is Zami, 546, it's not really going to make a difference. Right, so what we price check these 2 items for is the Super Sar Bruise. So currently the grand exchange price is 37k. Because of the demand on it, it will not be 37,000 coins. It's just instant sold for 100k. Now we'll just check the margin on that as well, because it won't be like 100k slow sell anyway. So as you can see, number 1, absolute massive margin on it. You're talking a 40k margin. And what these actually convert to, again, which is another string onto the bow of this money making method, is the Super Sar Flask, which is going to come in at a price of, should it over be 200k with a price of that on brews, 154. Right, so this last part we're going to talk through. So to make this Super Sara brew, you need a wine of Sara along with a Saradomin brew. Now, even though most of the time a Super Sara brew is going to lose you money, where you're going to make the profit from is by making double potions with the Porter, Brooch, and the Botanist Mask, the 3 items we always want to use for herb lore. And then also with the Scroll of Efficiency from Dungeoneering, you're going to save 10% of your wines of Sara. And once the secondary is 71k, that is going to make you roughly per 1,000 potions 7 mil. So even if you don't make profit on the base cost of your Super Sara brews, where you're going to make money is to creating the extra potions and then also the saving of the wine of Sara. And I think at the minute, the making of the Super Sara brew, again, you're going to need level 93 herb. You don't have to farm your own wine, you can buy them on the Grand Exchange. That's going to make roughly about 16 mil. But what you do need as an absolute minimum is the Brooch, the Well, the Mask, and the Scroll of Efficiency from Dungeoneering as well. And then once you've created the Super Sara brews in a 3 dose, what I will do is just go and show you guys really quick. And again, this is something you need to count in as well, because what I've found is that the 3 dose Sar Bruise generally don't sell very well. you need to buy a potion flask, which is going to be an additional cost. But again, you need to work out all your margins and stuff. And I've just tried this on 7-day bond, and I think I made something like 20 mil for 1,000 because I got a bit lucky with the procs and stuff. Yeah, I made a fair bit off that as well. Now, these potion flasks, that's currently bought for a price of 14.2. You can make your own, and then all you need to do, providing you've done as a first resort, go to one of the potion decanters, and then you want to convert vials to flasks, which will then turn these into a super Sar Bruise flask number 6, which will sell for the actual price on the Grand Exchange, which is about 160k, which that's going to end this video. Like I said, I tried to cram in as much. I didn't think it was worth splitting into multiple videos. I didn't want to do that. I don't think it's right. But just to go over it again, we have farming toadflax at the minute. 6.2k is a very good price for a toadflax herb. I would highly recommend converting those into unfinished potions with your potion makers in the Invention Guild. Use your machines for that. It's really, really good. Then not only that, we have Sar Bruise pulling a 1,700 coin profit, making the unfinished toadflax potions with the crushed nests. There is Grape Vine farming at level 95 farming. Again, that Dwarven Harvester is probably the best use of it, is to use it on Grape Vines. And you can also, I believe, use player-owned farm potions to instant grow that. We did one Grape Vine run, as you can see here. We probably spent about 85k in VCs. You only need 4 seeds per patch and 5 planks as well. And with a price of about 35k, that's 350k in good fixed grapes. And it's 70k each. That's about 840k in Sar grapes. Yes, it could have been a lucky patch, but once you even out, you will make roughly about 1 mil a patch if you were to do that. And then finally, for the next couple of steps, you have making the Super Sar Bruise at level 93 herb. Where you're going to make the profit is via the portable well, the brooch for gods, the botanist mass, and the scroll of efficiency. The extra potions you're going to make will probably break you even or make you a profit. And then the 10% of the Sar wines, which you're going to save with the scroll, is what's going to be your actual profit per hour. Again, check margins and prices. That's going to be really important. And then finally, to make a little bit more on top, because I do think the Super Sar Bruise free dose don't sell too well, go and convert them with the potion converted into Super Sar Bruise Flasks 6. You do need potion flasks. You can make your own. And then finally, that will sell them on the Grand Exchange, normally for a slightly higher price compared to the free dose. But as you can see, Super Sar Bruise at the minute are making huge bank through multiple different methods. If you don't have the level to make the Super Sar Bruise, you could make the standard brews, you could go and farm the herbs. There's so many different money making methods. From this one method, you can make some huge profit off. However, I'm going to finish it there. Slightly longer than normal. Again, apologise for that. But like I said before, I want to make sure there was enough content in there as well. I hope you guys enjoyed. Get crafting your Sar Bruise while there's some decent profit. Now, once the mascot is here, I can imagine that these will probably go quite heavily over 200k. So now is a really good time to stock up on the grapes. Really good way to make some money is by farming the grape vines. However, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.